Now let's talk about spousal visa. There are two types of spousal visa. One is CR1 spousal visa and then IR1 spousal visa. Let's talk about CR1 spousal visa. So the CR1 spousal visa is granted to spouses of U.S. citizens who have been married for less than 2 years at the time of the application. It confers conditional permanent resident status upon entry to the United States. Conditional permanent residency means that the immigrant spouse's status is subject to review and adjustment after a 2-year period. The IR1 visa, on the other hand, is intended for spouses of U.S. citizens who have been married for 2 years or more from the time of application. Unlike the CR1 visa, the IR1 visa grants immediate permanent resident status upon entry to the United States. Immediate permanent residency provides the immigrant spouse with unrestricted rights and privileges as a lawful permanent resident. And also another difference between CR1 and IR1 visa is that CR1 visa is valid for 2 years, while the IR1 visa has a 10-year validity. You may hear both of these referred to as marriage green card. So those are the only difference between CR1 and IR1. There might be a few differences with the requirements and the process, but what I will be showing is for both CR1 and IR1 process. And I will also be focusing on the spouses outside the United States, because you can also apply for your spouse if your spouse is already here in the United States. Maybe your foreign spouse had a tourist visa and decided to come to the US for the purpose of tourism and also to visit you here in the US, so you also have a process on that. But for now, we're just gonna talk about, and we're gonna focus on spouse outside of the United States. And this is also the visa that I have got, and so I know more about this kind of visa than the K1 visa. Step number 1: if you are a U.S. citizen and your spouse is outside of the United States, you can start the process by filing Form I-130, Petition for Alien Relative, with USCIS. This can be done electronically or by mail. Step number 2, after sending your papers to USCIS, and once they have reviewed and approved your case, the USCIS process could take up to 4 to 6 months. Once they have reviewed and approved your case, second step is your papers will be sent to NVC, or National Visa Center. NVC will then create your case in the system. Once completed, they will send you a welcome letter by mail or electronically. Using those information that they sent you, you're gonna sign into your account at CEAC, check your status, receive messages, and manage your case. In my next video, I will be talking about step-by-step process on NVC stage. Once NVC approves your case, they will send your case to US Embassy, and US Embassy will be the one to schedule your appointment. After you receive the interview scheduled by NVC, you're gonna have to follow the next step, which is number 1 is to schedule your medical exam. Number 2 is you have to register for courier service. I'm gonna put the link down below in the description so you guys can just directly go to that page. So registering for a courier, so this is where you really want to make sure that you know where to go, because this is where they're going to send your passport once you're approved with your visa in it and all that. So make sure that you know what that location is and that you do this beforehand. Next is you have to gather required documents for your interview. So I'm gonna actually put my previous videos talking about the things you need to bring. I'm gonna put it up here for your interview, so make sure to watch that video if you haven't already. So once you've gathered all the documentations, you have done your medical exam, and you've already set up your courier service, you're gonna have to show up at your interview, schedule location at the time written on your schedule. Then you have to bring your DS-260 cover page with the barcode, and that's the one that they're gonna scan when you get in the US Embassy, and you have to show that your appointment schedule as well. If your visa is approved, then they will tell you how and when your passport will be returned to you. So your visa will be placed on a page on your passport. Make sure that you check it once you receive your passport. Check the information check the spelling, check everything, your date of birth and everything, and make sure that there are no errors. If there are any spelling or biographical errors, contact the US Embassy immediately. So now you have your passport and your visa. Now what do I need to do before I travel? After you receive your visa and before you travel to the United States, you have to pay USCIS an immigration fee. So I will put the link as well for you guys to see how much the fee and how to pay the immigration fee after you get your visa. Just note that USCIS will not issue a permanent resident card or green card if you haven't paid your immigration fee. So when should I travel after getting my visa? Usually the visa is valid for 6 months from the date of issuance unless your medical examination expires sooner, which may make your visa valid in less than 6 months. And also just note that the visa does not guarantee entry to the United States. The Department of Homeland and Security and CBP have authority to grant or deny admission. Once you arrive to the US, you will get your permanent resident card or your green card by mail and your social security card within 1 to 3 months from your arrival. And there you have it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll be glad to answer them. If you have anything to share that I forgot to mention in this video, please share with everyone in the comments below. Thank you all so much and I will see you next time. Bye!